everybody. Happy 4th of July. Yay. It's Rita from Miss Rita to the rescue here for today's special Cricut Chat on the morning of 4th of July. Hope we get lots of fun people on for the chat this morning because I have so much to show you and tell you for this project that we're doing. And we just want to say hello to my friends. Good morning. Hi, Lisa. I haven't seen you in a while. Hi, Barbara, Leslie, Gail. Hi, Sherry. Happy 4th of July. There's Leslie. Thank you, Connie. Connie's one of my cheerleaders. Yes, she says, make sure you like this video. It's very important. It helps me a whole lot if you do like this video. Good morning, Leilani. Hi, Bren. Dawn, how are you? There's Christine and Shirley and Janice. Hello, Janice. Hi, Susan and Terry. Oh, well, good. We have a lot of nice people on this morning. If you're new and you can get to the chat, make sure you say hello, even if you just say hello. This is probably the nicest group of Cricut crafters on anywhere on the internet, and very friendly, very welcoming, and we accept all kinds of people as long as you have an interest in cricketing, in learning how to use your Cricut machine, whatever machine you have. I have all the machines, so I use them all, and I switch around everything. Today we're going to use this machine. It's called the Cricut Explore 3. We're also going to use our brand new auto press, which is that beautiful, big, beautiful press that came out in the spring, and we're going to be doing this. So let me give you a little origin story on this. So I think it was last Thursday we did this. This is for Canada Day, proud to be Canadian. And the technique that I used was a cotton shirt, but I wanted to use infusible ink. So, I heard from my friend Shirley and from others that if I put down a layer of glitter iron-on, I could use the infusible ink, because glitter iron-on is high in polyester or man-made material count, and that's what infusible ink needs. So we tried it and it worked out great. We did one color, we used white glitter, and so the color came out really well. And so I started thinking, actually I was in Joann's, I think it was Friday, and I saw this on clearance, and it is silver. It might still be on clearance as of today, so you could check it out. But I was in the store, and this was on clearance, and then it was over. So this is $34.97, which great price, because it's normally like close to $50. It's a 9-foot roll of silver iron-on in the smart iron-on. So if you have a smart material machine, so that would include the Explore 3, which is what we're going to use, or the Maker 3, you could use this. Anyway, it was an additional percentage off, and even though I didn't need it, I bought it anyway. And I said to myself, and I also bought it in gold, and I said to myself, what am I going to do with all this iron-on? I have so much iron-on as it is. But I started thinking, I wonder how the silver or even the gold will layer with infusible ink. So I went back to Design Space and I found this great image. Let's show you the image. I did post the image and the file to the description on, let's see, on YouTube. So here's the image that I found. So let's go to customize so you can see. and we'll just hit replace. It's the same thing. So you see it is 3 layers. There is the blue layer, the red layer, and then the white layer. And I was looking at this image and thinking, what if I substituted the silver iron-on for the white layer and then cut out the blue and red in Infusible ink, and then try layering it? What will the results be? Well, these are the results. See the silver? And what I really love about it, even though the color is kind of muted, I think because, there's silver in the background, it really looks really fabulous and so fancy. I think really, really fancy. So I want to show you how to do this. It was so easy and so much fun. And I was like, damn, I'm impressed with myself. So let's go ahead and make this now. And also what I wanted to mention is, as of last night at midnight, or this morning at 12:01, our July giveaways are now available. I did post in the YouTube description where the giveaway is. We're giving away some really different things this month. We're giving away a hat press and also an EasyPress Mini Bundle, and then Cricut Brightpad Go. So, and then if there's extra money left over, we'll do that. We'll use that for other prizes. So you definitely want to get your name in, especially if you haven't won before, because you can do this every single day. And today's the first day, so start off with a good, just remind yourself every day. I got to put my name in, because people who have, even though it's a random, generator, people who have more entries have a higher opportunity of winning, right? Because they're high number of entries, and when it comes up in the random generator, it seems to pick the winner, the people that have so many entries in there. Anyway, and it's all explained in the description about when we give them away and who provides them for us. They're from Cricut, our friends at Cricut. Thank you, Cricut, for providing us with all of these lovely prizes. All right, so let's go ahead and make this shirt, and I'll talk to you along the way. So this is the size, and I did ungroup it so you can kind of see. So this is the USA that I'm going to do in silver smart iron-on, and there's the blue that I'm going to do in Infusible ink blue, and there's the red that I'm going to do in Infusible ink cherry red. I think it's called cherry red. So what we're going to do, and this size, by the way, is exactly the size that I want. Let me just make sure, just to tell you what it is. This says 9. Let me just check, because I don't want to make it too big. Then we'll be in hot water. Hold on. So I'm going to measure this that I have here. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, so now let's show you how this works. We're going to hit make it. Now, you will see here that it's separated into 3 mats. So this is mat 1, mat 2, and mat 3. Let's go back to mat 1. We are going to be making this in iron-on. So the first thing that we have to make sure is that we mirror the iron-on, all three layers, okay? But also the USA, that base layer, is going to be cut out of smart iron-on. So we need to make sure that it says without the mat. So here I am in the mats, and I am going to, okay, this first mat is without mat, so I'm going to just hit mirror. And then the second mat, I have to change it to on the mat, because it's Infusible ink, and Infusible ink doesn't go into the machine the same way as smart vinyl, so you do need to put it on the mat. But I also have to mirror it. The same thing with the red, on mat, mirrored. Whoops. On mat, mirrored. Okay, so they're all 3 ready to be cut. You see how they now look different? That's on purpose. We always mirror our iron-on. So let's go ahead and have a look at the cut screen. So let's cut the smart vinyl first. There it is, USA smart vinyl iron-on. Now I have to pick a material. I'm going to choose smart iron-on glitter. And I always add a little more pressure to mine. It just seems to work out better for me. So, so that works. So let's take our iron-on. I see what I mean. I actually had another roll of this silver, so I put it inside so I wouldn't have so many boxes hanging around. So here is the wrong side. That's the side we're going to cut on. Here is the correct or the right side, right? It's the shiny side, or the one where you can actually see the pattern or whatever on there. But because we're mirroring this, and you'll see in a second what happens there. Let's go ahead and get this going. When we mirror it, we're going to be actually, after we weed it, we're going to turn it over, and so that shiny side becomes the like transfer. So a lot of people might use like a Teflon sheet or even butcher paper or something like that. It's not needed when you have this kind of, isn't it? It's got a funny noise because it's glitter, you know. All right, and so it's not necessary that you have some sort of like a transfer sheet because it's already built into the product. So I don't know that you can see this, but I'm going to grab my scissors and I'm going to cut it. There it is. I can see it there. So I'm going to cut it right across here. And we can put away our iron-on. Next up is the Infusible Ink. So let's have a look at that. So there is the blue. I'm going to go to all materials and I'm going to sort down to iron-on. And I'm going to look for Infusible Ink transfer sheet right there. And then I'm going to take my blue Infusible Ink, which I already used half of a sheet, but it comes usually either 2, sometimes 4 sheets in a box. The solid colors tend to come in two sheets in a box, which is perfect. So so all I did was open this up and I used half the sheet, cut it off, and now I've just placed it on my mat. So I'm going to go ahead and hit go and watch this go. I've also got my red on here, so we'll put that like right underneath the machine while this is going. All right, it's ready to go. I'm going to hit this button. So while that's cutting out, I can chat with you. So let's see. There is a special sale going on at Cricut, so make sure you check that out. It's a 4th of July sale. They always have great sales, don't they? I actually just received my product from the 85% off, or up to 85% off warehouse sale. So I have got a lot of stuff to show you. And I just want to let you know that this week is the week that we change our schedule. And again, it's just temporary, but it's just to try it out on a new schedule. So we're here on Mondays at 9 o'clock, Tuesdays at 9 o'clock. And then I have Wednesday and Thursday off. And then I'm back on Friday afternoon. I believe it's 5 o'clock. I posted it. I believe it's 5 o'clock on Friday. Then on Saturday, I have a special surprise visit or surprise where we're going to be working not on Cricut per se. I'm going to try to incorporate Cricut materials and things, but we're going to be doing sewing and other handcrafting type of things with my friend Stacy. So my friend Stacy, she lives in her house. She calls it the doll house. And she is going to be our host for that show on Saturdays at 2 o'clock. And then on Sunday, we head on down to PBD Square to meet with our friends Wendy and Pasquale at from Create and Escape do-it-yourself workshops. And we've met them before, but if you haven't seen them, that's okay. You get to meet them again. They're great people, and they do mostly wooden signs, so we'll probably do something in and around that. All right, our blue is done, so let's take it out and let's put in our red. Now, I didn't choose save settings, so I have to go and do the settings again. So I'm choosing iron-on, Infusible Ink, you see. Now, if I wanted to, I should have used this little toggle that says remember material settings, but I didn't, and that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and cut this out. Okay. So while we do that, I'm just going to take this blue right off of my mat, get that out of the way. And I am going to need a weeding tool. I also have scissors. And what I might do here, just because it's always good to save your scraps. I'm just looking, and I think I can save a little scrap here. We should have a show just on what to do with scraps, huh? We should. All right. So we got a little tiny scrap here. Same with this. I mean, there's this bit and this bit. So let's keep that. Put that aside. All right. We don't need the machine anymore, so let's put that out of the way so we can do our weeding. Now remember, on Infusible Ink, it's more like a paper, because it really what it is a paper that's impregnated with ink, right? And when it has heat added to it, it will turn that ink into a gas, and the gas floats and gets trapped through the press, and it goes onto our substrate or our blank or whatever you want to call it. So let's first go ahead and weed this. And we're going to need to heat up our auto press. And what we're going to have to do is heat up the auto press first for regular smart iron-on, okay? Because that's going to be our first layer. And let me just grab this bit here, okay? So as I mentioned, we do it mirrored so that we can turn it around and do this way. And this becomes the like protective sheet on when you're putting this on. Okay, so let's switch gears over to the auto press. So the auto press is a pretty amazing machine. It's not for everyone. It is a considered purchase, but I do know some people that purchased it and are very happy with it. So if it's something you'd like, it really is well worth it. I have been doing so much more iron-on since I started with it. So what I'm going to do is turn it on. Now the turn on switch is over here. I'm going to turn that on, and I'm also going to use that toggle switch to open it up. It really, if you turn it on and don't open it up, that's not good for the machine. In fact, it won't heat up if you don't open it up. Now the heat is all centered right here on the back of the press, and you can see all around that plate is little tiny slits or openings that is the the fan, so it keeps it cool, and everything else on the machine is cool. There's nothing hot except for that plate. Okay, this is the mat that comes with the machine. You can buy these separately. Somebody did ask me that. And then here is the pod. So the pod is a way of directing the temperature. So let's go and look at our very popular Cricut heat guide now. And we're going to go, and you just have to Google Cricut heat guide. There's also now a link on the Cricut site, so you can either favorite this or go to the site and grab it from there. So here's the heat guide, and you can see it has all the presses except for the brand new hat press and the EasyPress 3. That's because they have their own app. Okay, so can he go out there? No, he can't go outside. Sorry, guys. My mom's visiting today, so you can go out back if you want to go out back. I don't think he needs to go out. So we're going to choose this auto press, which I think I've already selected because it looks bigger. And then I'm going to choose this heat transfer material. I'm going to go down to Smart Iron-On Glitter. And I'm going to choose cotton for my shirt. All right. And I think it didn't choose the right one. I don't know why I'm having a hard time with this. Let's see. No, I'm not having much luck here. All right. Hold on a second. I'm going to just reboot this and see if that works. All right. So Smart Iron-On Glitter, and base material is cotton. All right, here we go. So we need to preheat for 5 seconds at 330 degrees Fahrenheit, and then also press it for 40 seconds. So we use this, and we turn the dial to 330. Okay, now we're also going to change the time to 5 seconds, and then we'll just change it to the 40 seconds when we're done. Let's grab a t-shirt. So I have all these t-shirts here, and this is just simply a Hanes t-shirt, extra large. It's 100% cotton, and we're going to put it on the platen or the base or whatever you want to call that, and we'll allow that to sort of sit there until we can heat it up, and then we'll be putting this on there. But in the meantime, while we're waiting for this to heat up, we're going to weed the Infusible Ink. So here I am, and the Infusible Ink, you don't really use a weeding tool for. You just sort of roll it and start peeling it off like this. You see? So I'm weeding the star part, the blue star part. And it doesn't look like much on this, but when we put it all together, it's really going to be beautiful. All right. So once we do that, we need to just go and take all those star pieces out. On here. So we're waiting for the press to heat up so we can do this part. And not be rushed, right? All right. So this will be great. Now I'll have 2 shirts, one for Owen, one for my mother to wear if we go downtown to the picnic that they're having. Our ward counselor, because remember I told you that we're separated by wards, and our ward counselors have a special picnic. every 4th of July in the ward. So there it is, right? Now I know you can't see that it's blue, but this is the way that we're going to put it on. And then this is going to turn into a gas and move towards the silver iron-on. Okay, we got to do the same thing with our red. All right, I'm just cleaning up around here because I don't want any mistakes. Wow, Gloria, you do sublimation on rugs? Wow. Hi, Babs. How are you? Oh, yes, I will tell her that you say hello. All right. We reached the 330 degrees. It's all set. And we're going to go ahead and do the 5 seconds to preheat. Preheat's super important, so make sure you do that. While I'm doing that, I'm also going to get out my my lint roller, because you know what? I live in a house with animals and myself. My hair, thankfully, is growing. And so there's always hair around here or little dust particles and such. So I always want to get the cleanest, neatest. I even have, look at this star stuck on there. Don't want that. Do not want that. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to switch the time to 40 seconds. Right? And we're going to place this on a shirt. I always like to look at where the tag is and then sort of center from the tag. So this looks good to me. Just like that. All right. And we're ready to rock and roll with this. All right. It has a little stickiness, by the way. The iron-on material has a little bit of stickiness, so it sort of stays in place. But when we're ready for the infusible ink, I'm going to show you what I do for that. Okay, so let's go for it. I'm just being really particular here. So let's go for it. Ready? All right. Now, one of the things I'll point out to you about the auto press is that it really doesn't require a lot of heavy lifting. It just needs you to press down on the handle part, okay? And it's just a very small movement. And what that does is it engages the pressure for, I don't know about the technical, but it engages the machine. You can actually hear the machine, that it's like pressing together. There's the press part of a heat press. So it's heated up to the temperature we want, and it does count down. So this is really a no-brainer. You don't have to look at the clock. It tells you when it's done. It even opens up when it is done. So that's pretty cool, right? So in the meantime, I'm going to peel off this red. All right. So we're going to let that cool. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the heat, the auto press heat guide again, and we're going to choose Infusible Ink transfer sheet. Okay. Now the base material is going to be out of the Cricut blank. So I'm going to choose T-shirt. And it keeps going to the EasyPress Mini. I don't know why. Let's try this again. All right. So Infusible Ink and T-shirt. And there we go. So now we have to heat this up to 400 degrees. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll take a couple of minutes, but that's okay because we will have the opportunity to it's 45 seconds to weed and place our infusible ink. Now I'm actually going to take this off, this part off, and I'm going to move the camera so that you can see what I'm doing down here, and then we'll move it back. Okay, so here's the camera. Oh, we got a troll. Thank you for taking care of my trolls. Okay, so it is cooled down to the touch. So I'm just going to peel it off like this. And this in and of itself looks pretty awesome, right? But we need to get the red and the blue in there. So the red, I haven't finished weeding. So let's go ahead and get that done. Now, when we do the infusible ink on the glitter, we are going to need to do both colors at the same time, and that's going to be a little bit difficult but not impossible, and I'm going to show you how in a second as soon as I can get this completely weeded. Here we go. Oops, I lost a little piece here. So I'm going to place that back on. And there's actually a little piece, this little piece too. Let's place that back in there. And hopefully they come off. Yep. All right. So here's our blue. I think the blue is easier to kind of visualize. So this is the way that it's going to go on, right? USA. But if we put the red on here without cutting off the plastic, it's not going to work. So what we're going to do is we are going to take our scissors and cut as close as we can to the edge of that infusible ink. And we're going to take that and place it on there. There is a small, like I'd say an 1/8 of an inch where it shows up underneath of the offset layer. And I'm going to do the same thing with the S. Ooh, it beat me to the punch. It's already heated up. That's okay. That's okay. I'm not going to feel rushed. All right. Now I might have to see right here where I didn't cut it so close. I might need to cut it close as I can, because when we go to put the red down, we're going to need to have a free open space for that. Okay. There's that. And then also cut this. USA. All right. I might need to cut right here too. Let me do that. So I don't want any interference. Here we go. All righty. Now let's grab that red. And I believe we don't need to cut the red at all. We just need to place it correctly. But it's going to lift up like that. Let me just grab that. I suppose I could do it oppositely, but I want to do it on my blank where my glitter already is placed. Okay, so here is the U, and you notice that it's like offset a little bit, and we're going to try to place it all together all at once. Here we go. All right. And I just want to make sure that it's not overlapped anywhere, because if any of this plastic transfer is overlapped, then we'll end up with a problem. Now, alternately, you could just take this piece off like this of the transfer sheet. You could do that if you wanted to, and then place it on your, so I just want to show you that part. All right. So you could take this off and place it down like this, and then use that red, the transfer sheet from the red, like that. This won't work on the red side. Okay, here we go. All right. Just want to make sure that I got it right. I feel like this is not right. So let me just go ahead and do that again. I think it's probably best if I hold it on there. All right. This seems to be correct. Okay. So we're all set, and the heat is already heated up. The auto press already heated up. But you see what we did here? So we're placing it on the vinyl. So if you're just tuning in, this is how we do Infusible Ink with a bottom layer of Cricut glitter iron-on. However, I do need to point out that when you're using regular iron-on, you do not want it to be the bottom layer unless you're using Infusible Ink, okay? So if you were just going to use all iron-on, then do make sure, and you're going to layer it, do make sure that the any kind of special finish, such as holographic or flocked or glitter, is on top of your layered, except if you're doing this. Okay, so now I did leave it on the mat, and I'm going to move you over so you can see this. We don't need to preheat because we already did, but we do need to add a little bit of this, which is butcher paper. The butcher paper comes inside of the boxes of Infusible Ink. I'm just putting that on there, you see? Now let's go ahead and close it up. I have it set for the 45 seconds. Let's close it up. Again, really not a difficult thing to do. I think when I first got this, it was a little overwhelming. So if you're just buying it and you just kind of like, oh, you know, it's kind of big, you know, but once you find a dedicated space for it, right now, I like it here because I kind of have it kitty cornered, and I can use it both with a machine over here. And that works out for me. I don't know if it'll always be on this part of my, but it probably will stay here for a little while anyway, because I'm finding more and more uses for it, which is great. As you guys know, I'm mostly a paper crafter, but I have been bitten a little bit by this iron-on bug, and I'm really loving it. So, so there you go. Okay, it's 45 seconds, and we are ready to unveil what we have. I'm going to take off this piece of butcher paper. I'm actually going to throw this out because it looks like there's a little bit of ink that transferred to that. All right, you ready? Let's lift this up. It's still super hot, okay? But let's lift this up and let's see what we got. Ta-da! We got another troll. Could someone get rid of the troll? I don't know if I can do that. Block user. Okay, I did it. All right. I don't know if that worked. Anyway, so there it is, you guys. There it is, all done. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. I mean, I'm impressed with myself. I'm not boasting. I'm just saying I can't believe with the proper materials and that being, this Cricut iron-on and then the infusible ink. And I don't think I've seen people do this before. So I feel like I was the one that tried it out. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. But it is really, really pretty. And what I really like about it is that the silver really shines through on the blue. Normally, if you had the blue here, it would be much brighter. Same with the red, it'd be much brighter, but the silver kind of gives it a cool look to it, and it's all glittered. So you can see it all has glitter. So if you're like, I want glitter, then here you go. Here is all of this in glitter. I don't think you could achieve this without the infusible ink. I mean, at least not the glitter on the base, because it wouldn't work. So this is a really interesting technique. I'm so glad that I figured it out, and I hope that you try it because it's so much fun. And I'm going to think of other reasons to use the gold now because I did get a box of gold and a box of silver. So I'm going to see how that looks. I also wonder like how black would work. So stay tuned. We're going to try all those different things out. Okay, that's our project for today. I have put in the yes, these letters, it's actually one image, this USA. I started to put it together myself, but then I found the image and I did post this in our, let's just go back here. Let's go back just so you know. So this image is actually one whole image, and I got it by just going to image search and typing in USA. And there's actually a couple of these. So the one that I chose, I actually bookmarked. Here it is. Nope, this one is not the same one. No, it just has the stars on the U. This is the one I used. So it has stars on all three letters, and the image ID is M3BA7CB9F. So there you go. USA, USA. So it's available. It's part of Cricut Access. So if you're an Access customer, you could use that. I could see a couple other here that you could use this whole technique on. You could do it on this one, and some other layered ones that you could do. Perhaps this one would work, but that's a printed image, so that won't work. I don't think we can transfer it back. So that is the project for today. Now let me tell you about the rest of the week. So tomorrow being Tuesday and our new schedule, we're going to be doing a paper project. I believe what we're going to do is make strawberry things that are strawberries, including a strawberry, a little strawberry box or 3D strawberry, and a strawberry banner. I've been wanting to do this banner for a really long time. June is really the strawberry month, but I can't imagine having 4th of July without strawberry shortcake, or even any summer celebration. So I thought, let's do these strawberry things. And so we'll do that tomorrow. And then we are off for a couple of days, and then I'll see you back on Friday evening. And what we're going to do is create our own insert cards, and the insert part of the cards in all of the sizes. So we're going to take the box cards and we're going to choose our own paper and make our own insert cards in all the different sizes. So we may end up using the 2x2 card thing in the end, but it's mostly going to just be cutting and knowing how to cut the paper. Okay, so that's it. Oh, you're allergic. I'm sorry, Shirley. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new, make sure that you connect with some people on the chat. They're super nice. We also have Facebook groups, and the other thing that I want to mention, because I didn't do it yet, is that tomorrow we'll be picking our Patreon winners. That's from June. I picked 2 of my patrons on Patreon to win a Cricut Cutie of my choice and a bunch of little doodads that I find in and around my studio that I can send. All right. Thanks everybody for coming. And we will see you again tomorrow, hopefully, and have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Take care. Bye.